Right, so now I'm kind of nervous to drive the car anywhere. Here we go. I don't know if you can see that on camera, it's just bouncing a little bit. The overall crack is actually 15 centimeters long. So it has finally happened. After 11,000 miles worth of driving in this car, I have a cracked windshield, and it's not been caused by a stress fracture, so it's not exactly Tesla's fault. It was clearly a truck coming the other way. Just as it passed me, I heard this massive sort of whack on the windshield, and it put a crack in the window. So I'll show you what I can see here. It's pretty, I'd say, well, it's longer than my finger, longer than my finger, past the knuckle, and it obviously extends past this point here on either side. So it's about 10 centimeters long, the crack, with obviously a chip in the middle there. So I'm guessing this is not legal. I need to get it replaced. But I've heard of lots of problems with people getting their windshield replaced because glass companies are saying, oh no, we can't do it because we can't calibrate the cameras, or we need two people because it's a big piece of glass, or various other things. So I'm going to give you my first-hand experience with this. So I'm going to have to obviously call my insurance company now and say, I've got a windshield damage and I think it needs to be replaced. I don't think that's repairable, and I think I have to pay out some sort of higher excess for windshield replacement compared to obviously just a windshield repair. So I'll let you know how I get on with that then. Let's see what happens. So just in case you're interested, the overall crack is actually 15 centimeters long. So yeah, pretty substantial one anyway. So I've just called my insurance company. They have on the back of the policy document here a number for glass and windscreen repair, as you can see, and I called that, and basically it just forwarded me onto a what I just call Autoglass. Glass replacement services, or Autoglass, give them a call. I was like, oh, okay, why put that on the back then as the glass repair and replacement if I've got to call Autoglass then? So I've called Autoglass. Well, I haven't actually called Autoglass. I went onto their website, and it basically organised the appointment through that, which has all gone pretty smoothly so far. It didn't say, oh, we've got any problems with this. It recognised my car as a Tesla Model 3 Performance when I put my registration in, and it says we're happy to do this. That's what it actually says. It actually says we're happy to do this. So let's see what it does. The good news is it's only cost me £75 for a windshield replacement. If it was a windshield repair, it'd be only £10 excess, but £75 for a whole windshield I'm very happy with. And on top of that, they're coming in 2 days' time to replace it, which is brilliant news. So I'm very, very happy with the speed and service of that. But let's see what happens in 2 days' time, because I don't know, I just got this feeling, that my car made of butter is going to have something else go wrong. They're going to say, oh no, we can't do this, or the calibration or something weird. But we'll see. I'm just skeptical because I've heard of so many people having issues with it, but surely they must have replaced quite a lot by now. So I think it'll be okay. I think it's fingers crossed anyway. Anyway, see you in a few days' time. Right, guys, so it's now the following day, and yesterday evening, about 2 hours actually after I booked the appointment online with Autoglass, they actually phoned me and said that they are unable to meet the appointment in 2 days' time. Basically, long story short, apparently their website doesn't update itself very quickly, and as such, their appointment is not available. If I wanted to do it in my local area, I'd have to wait until February. Or she said, if you want to go to another centre, which is Reading, but you have to go in because I need at least 2 people to do the job, and it's a complicated install. You could do it next week. So I've moved my appointment till next week. Thankfully, I don't need the cars. I've got a backup car. So that's happening with them. She also said something about, obviously there's a camera calibration thing that has to be done. Now I'm a little bit confused about this, to be honest, because my understanding is the cameras in the car, you can actually, there's a setting that you can press to calibrate the cameras again. So obviously that's the digital side of it, and I can just do that myself. But they're saying that it needs to be calibrated by someone other than themselves because they can't do it, i.e. the dealership, i.e. Tesla. So it's got to go into Tesla, and they will cover any costs of that, which is okay. I'm fine. So I'm assuming this is more to do with the actual physical hardware side of things rather than the software side of things. So it's actually like the placement of the cameras on the glass. I'm guessing that's what they're actually saying, and that needs Tesla to do. So I have booked an appointment with Tesla to have I've given them the information, and I've actually gone for the Winchester service center. Now I'm not sure if that's actually open yet. Last I looked at it, it wasn't, but yeah, it's let me book an appointment. So I've booked it for the day after the windshield is being replaced, so hopefully no problems there, and it'll all be done. I've got to email Autoglass with a load of information about it. They actually asked me for the cost, or I don't know the cost, so I'm not sure how that's going to work yet either. But yeah, this is becoming, obviously, I knew it wouldn't be a straightforward job. It's obviously becoming a little bit complicated. So something I've actually just noticed while I was driving my car. Now I know a lot of you know things like when you like lower the windscreen that the windows actually open on here, but one thing I didn't notice until just now, obviously the lights and everything come on, but actually the steering wheel also shows the wheels turning, which I never saw before on any other YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm calling first to that, if I am the first to do that anyway. Right, so it's currently the day before the windshield is due to be replaced, and a couple of things just crossed my mind. One of them is my Tesla Owners UK sticker over there. I want to take off the window before, obviously they take the window out, because I'll probably lose that. So if I can peel it off carefully and keep it, that'll be great. I'll keep that for the next window. And the other thing I wanted to do is I've got a wind reduction kit up here, you know, this rubber seal. For those who don't know, it's basically this giant rubber band that goes all the way around on the glass, and it fills in this gap basically to minimize like whistling and wind noise. So I don't know how they actually do this, but I'm assuming they're going to have to stick something in here and like cut the sealant, and my concern is that they're going to cut this rubber seal, the wind reduction kit, and this is basically like an elastic band, so as soon as you nick this, it's just going to ping and that's it, it's gone. So yeah, I'm going to take this off as well, and on my sticker now to get it ready for the morning. All right, let's do that. Here we go. In case you were wondering how I did it, I've just used this Hansho approved spludger to get in here and just sort of lever it out, and it's actually quite satisfying. It's like peeling off you know, the cover to a brand new phone, just peeling it out here. It's really quite satisfying. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm gonna need help putting it back in. I can't do this one-handed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have help putting this back in, and I can't do this one hand. I have to go around. Right guys, so here I am at the Autoglass Centre. Well, it's actually just behind me, about, I don't know, 50 metres or so. And yeah, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about today, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just a bit anxious because obviously they're going to be taking the windshield out and everything, and I have heard of one of the users on the Facebook Model 3 UK Facebook group saying that they had, when he had his windshield replaced, that they'd left loads of screwdriver marks on this piece here, which they're going to have to obviously remove. Now I've seen it done online, and just get some sort of plastic thing in there, but I mean, yeah, hopefully they ain't going to leave any damage or anything. So a couple of things obviously I'm going to do before I hand the car over to them, so I've still got 15 minutes. I'm going to do a quick film around the interior, just in case there is any damage. I can actually say, hey look, I literally dropped this off and a few minutes ago, or a few hours ago or whatever, and this damage was not here, so now it is, sort of thing. So that's one of the things I guess I'm always like. I do that with Tesla as well, because they can be buggers for it. Yeah, I've got to turn off Sentry. I think I'll turn off Sentry mode, because otherwise it's going to go crazy, because obviously again the cameras are going to come out from up here, and that will drive Sentry mode crazy. So I need to turn Sentry mode off, to be honest. Pin to drive also needs to be switched off, and I think I'm not going to turn valet mode on, because I believe that locks the front, and I don't want to lock the front because I'm probably going to need to open it as well. Right though, so there it is guys, leaving it here with Autoglass. That's fingers crossed when I see it next, it'll be in mint condition and that chip will be all fixed and sorted. Hey guys, here we are at the Wokingham Supercharger. Some of you may recognise this place. And yeah, the windshield has now been fixed, obviously no crack, which is good. I've had a quick look around the car, everything looks actually all right. I've not seen any noticeable damage or any problems I can see down here. This all looks fine. The windscreen wipers weren't flapping off the side here or anything weird like that, so that seems fine. I haven't found any scratches or anything along the side here, and on the inside that all looks fine up there. Obviously I've still got the heating element. Obviously I've not tried them, so that'll be the next thing to see if this starts fogging up, sorry. Not foaming up, it's not going to foam up at the mouth, but yeah, everything looked fine from the outside, to be honest, and on the inside as well. So the guy did say to me to make sure that I am not jet washing the car in the next 24 hours. He said obviously it is raining, but there's nothing to do about that, that should be fine. But yeah, I didn't see any scratches up here either. All looks good. It all looks, yeah. I know I was also worried that if they were using that string technique, that it might start like wearing on the material here, and causing it to like fray, but I haven't seen any fraying either. Couple of little dirty scuff marks though around here, and yeah, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about today, to be honest. So I'm gonna see if I can get them off with a cloth when I get back home, but other than that, nothing really to note that's a problem. I did notice a little tiny bit of bounce on the windshield. I think it's more noticeable on the other side. I'm not sure if that was something before, but whether it's a problem, probably not, probably me just being picky. But here we go. I don't know if you can see that on camera, it's just bouncing a little bit. So what I've been trying to do is just drive around and see on my way back home if I can hear any like whistling noises, you know, or rainwater coming in. That would be an obvious sign that something's wrong, but no, there's nothing like that as of yet. I've only been doing 30 though, because it's all 30-mile-an-hour speed limits around here basically. So I do have to do a national speed limit on the way back home, so I'll ramp up the speed and just see what happens. But so far so good with the whole installation of the new glass. I did notice one other thing I did notice as well, again not really a problem, just me probably being picky, the distance between the window and this trim is now bigger. Before, this trim was pretty much up against the glass, it's now got a bit of a gap there, but again it doesn't look out of place or anything. So tomorrow now is the final stage. Obviously I've got to go to Tesla and they are going to recalibrate the cameras. They did give me a call last night and said basically don't use the autopilot system once the windscreen's been replaced because the cameras won't be calibrated. So I said yeah, it makes sense. So I've turned autopilot off completely because I don't want that doing anything stupid. Even when I'm not using it, you know, it's always watching, and if I sort of drift over the line it might go whoa and just like pull me back in and scream at me. So I've turned that off completely. And what was the other thing to note, the Autoglass man. So I said to him when I dropped the car off, I said, you know, have you done many Teslas? That was my kind of way of trying to find out if he knew what to do, because obviously a couple of months ago I took this car to have the tyres rotated, and I watched for about 2 minutes as the poor guy was trying to figure out how to open the door. He couldn't even unlock it, never alone open it, start the car. So I ended up having to go out to help him. So I said to the Autoglass man, have you had many Teslas or Model 3s in? So he said, yeah, we've had loads of them in all the time. He says, obviously, top window, windshield. He said, so I was like, okay, so you know what you're doing then with like unlocking it and starting it, I've turned pin to drive off, etc, etc, etc. He said yeah. So I was like, you know, so you said you've had a lot in. I was like, is this a common thing or what? Because now I'm kind of concerned that, like, you know, this is, I mean, put it this way, I've been driving for 17 years and this is the first time I've ever had to have a windshield replaced. Short stones have hit the windshield in the past in my previous cars. You hear a thwack and most of the time it's fine. On the one, maybe two occasions, I've had a tiny little chip on the windshield. Never has it cracked. So I said to him, is there something different about this glass on Teslas? Because surely, like, they have to be like toughened glass and everything. And he said that they're thinner. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but he said to me, the Autoglass guy, that the glass is thinner because they're trying to save on weight, because obviously that's important with the efficiency on electric cars. So he said that's the reason why they just break all the time. And I was like, right. So now I'm kind of nervous to drive the car anywhere. I mean, I shouldn't be, but put it this way, I've had the car for what now? Closing on a year and a half. I've barely driven it in the last year because of furlough and lockdown. It's done. I think it's about 11,000 miles. Let's have a look. Yeah, 11,142 miles in a year and a half. Probably that's about average, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this is the first time I've heard a stone hit the window and it cracked it straight away. And that's 17 years of driving. Could have been just unlucky. Might have just been a bit of misfortune. Could have been a bigger stone than I realised, but obviously it moved so fast I didn't see it. And yeah, now it makes me wonder though, like, is this going to be a common problem? Am I going to see frequently the windows and glasses chipping and having to be replaced? Because every time this happens, I've got to take it back for a 2-day job. 1 day for the windshield replace, second day for the cameras to be recalibrated, every time it chips. So I'm praying to God this isn't going to be a common thing, because yeah, I can't be dealing with this all the time. So yeah, I suppose I'll finish off this video well tomorrow when I take it to Tesla for the cameras to be calibrated. I don't know how long it's going to take. I was meant to ask the lady last night that rang me. She rang me and she said, hi, it's Sam from Winchester. And I was just like, Sam from Winchester? I was like, do I know Sam from Winchester? So did I meet you on like a dating app or something? And she went, oh, from Tesla. I was like, oh, right, from Tesla, right, yeah. So I had a chat to her for a little bit about it all. And as I say, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I hope it's not long, because I've been bumming around for like 2 hours 20 minutes it took for him to repair, which is, I suppose, good, because they said it could be up to 3. He said there was no problems taking it apart, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I hope it isn't as long tomorrow, because I don't know if I can wait in Tesla. I couldn't wait there.